Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're interested in how I make this beautiful dress, please watch this video to the end. First, I measured the length I'll be using. Actually, I used 21 for the length. I needed 19 inches plus 2 inches of allowance, but for this is the lining part. The lining is a little bit shorter than the main body, so that's why I started from 2 inches down. So because this fabric I folded is 21 inches long, so now I measured the neck 2¼ my shoulder. I used 4.5 and plus ½ inch allowance, and I came down by ½ inch, then joined the lines. This measurement is for 2 years old. So now I'll be going down by 2¼ and I'll curve my neckline. You can use your curve ruler if you have one. So now on the armhole part, I measured 5 inches. And for the main bodies, the measurement for chest of a 2 years old is 22. That's 5.5. I added 1 inch, 6.5. Then I added another 1 inch for sewing allowance. The first 1 inch is for ease because this is a free dress, So I measured the same thing I measured on this chest line on the M line. Then on the M line I added 2.5. So that was what gave us that triangle shape. And on the armhole I measured the midpoints, then went in by 1/4 inch, then drew my curve. So I cut that out and placed it on my lining fabric to cut my back, leaving 1 inch zipper allowance, and I'll be coming down just by ½ inch on the back parts of the neck, and I'll trace it out. So I already did the same thing on the main fabric. The only thing I did differently is I added 2 inches more because I want the lining to pull the main fabric inwards. The back too, I already cut the main fabric, so I'll slit my lining open, my lining zipper part. So for the front part, I already drew my diagram on this piece of fabric, making sure that it's on the center of the front part. Please draw your diagram on the piece of pattern paper, then place it on your fabric. That way it is neater and you don't have pencil stains on your fabric. And when you're cutting out, make sure you add 0.5 inch allowance, so that when you sew, you have enough sewing allowance. So I pinned it down on my main fabric, then I sew as gently as I can. So when you get to the curve areas, you go slow so the curve can come out well and you sew directly on the pencil mark. So we are done with stitching the diagram to the main fabric. So I trim as close to the stitch as possible. Make sure your scissors is very sharp for this. This is it. Once I'm this is it. I'm done with this, with the trimming. So I measured out my space that I have at the back for the feather part. Then I multiplied what I had by 3. And I cut out a 2 long fold, 2 inches unfold by 16 inches. Then when you sew, you make sure you make the edges curve. So the half inch sewing allowance, I sew it and gathered it. Then I make sure I cut the excess out. I cut very close to the stitch, so it makes it very neat. Then for the second line, I measured 3 inches. You just make sure you do a few inches higher than the first one. Then you make it longer than the first one so that when you gather, it's full. So I just have 3 layers on that feather part. Then I joined the shoulders of the front part together and of the lining part together with half-inch sewing allowance, and I flat ironed it. Then I'll join the sides together with my 1-inch allowance that I left when I was cutting. So I already joined the side of the main fabric together. I did the same on the lining part. You can see it. So now I thought I was filming. I didn't show how I cut my sleeve, but it's quite easy. It's just a normal sleeve. I joined the sleeve together at the hem. I sew it. Then I right side facing each other, lining facing lining, main fabric facing main fabric. I sew a straight line down. Then I joined the hem of the dress to right side facing each other. I joined the lining to the. So this is what we have. You can see lining part joined together and the main fabric part joined together. So that's the right side of the sleeve and the inner side. So after doing that, I joined the neck of the dress. I notched it and graded my seam. But before I grade my seam, I'll top stitch first. Then I left 1-inch zipper allowance. You can see my zipper allowance. I didn't sew my zipper allowance close because. So this is it, guys. This is the hem part. I just sew a basing stitch at the back. Then I top stitch my neck. You can see. I'll be losing this back part because it's just a basing stitch, just to keep it intact. When I loosen it now, then I'll fix my zipper first on the main fabric. But before I do that, I'll first sew the down part of the main fabric and stop where I want the zipper to start. I want to mark that part now so that I can back stitch. The zipper is fixed. Then I place the lining right side facing each other to cover the zipper. The zipper will be in between, and I stitch it down. You can see it. The basting stitch up because I just followed the line. So this is it on the inner side. I'll do the same thing for the left side. So but before I fix my sleeve, I first pinned it down. Then I sew it, and I use bias to, close the rough parts. I'll search that part. So this is it, guys. This is the inner part of the dress, and this is the outer part of the dress. You can see the zip. So to just make this look neater, I decided to put this trimmings that I got from the local fabric store. It's an hot fix trimmings. I cut out the stones on the edges. Then I wet my iron and I just fix it like that, but as gently as I can. And this is it, guys. Somebody saw this on my Instagram and requested for this video. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos. Please share it with your family and friends. And give me a thumbs up if you really like this. Thank you. Thank you. It's a simple dress you can make for your little girl.